So right now there is a lot going on galactically, in part because of 3i Atlas, also in part because of the huge amount of solar flares that are going on, CMEs, and the amount of energies that are and frequencies that are coming onto the planet, which means the grids of this planet are elevating, kind of are vibing to a whole new level. And each planetary grid has different codes, different keys, different templates that are unique to that grid. Just as like each one of us is unique, so are the sacred sites around the world. And in this video, I want to dive a little bit deeper into what are the codes and the frequencies that are coming through from Easter Island, otherwise known as Rapa Nui, and why is that directly connected to what is going on in the cosmos with 3i Atlas. Welcome to my channel. For those that don't know me, my name is Chloe Cousins. I'm a planetary grid worker. I am the founder of the Earth Star Guardians, and I support and hold space for people to work with the planetary grids and to help them accelerate their ascension journey. So right now we have 3i Atlas that's in the cosmos that has entered into our local neighborhood, i.e. our solar system. So to really understand what that means, we need to kind of zoom back out and understand a little bit more about 3i Atlas. So 100 million years ago, maybe a billion years ago, 3i Atlas was contained within its own solar system, somewhere within the Milky Way. And at about that time, it got ejected from its local solar system, and for the last million or so years has been traveling the whole of our Milky Way and has now entered into our local neighborhood, which is our solar system. So whilst 3IA was wandering the whole of the Milky Way with all these billions and billions of stars and star systems and planets, it was absorbing the frequencies, the codes, the teachings, the awareness from each of these different planets and star systems, as well as, I believe, interdimensionally as well. So as it now has entered into our local solar system and is coming quite, well, relatively close to certain planets, and including our own sun, as well as Mars, Jupiter, Venus, what's happening is that these galactic codes that 3i Atlas holds, I call 3i Atlas like a galactic record keeper. These codes are being infused into these planets within our local solar system, which then, through that energy, is infused into our planet, into the absolute grids of our planet. That's how everything is kind of facilitated. Everything is facilitated through the grids. So with this comet, what's happening is that these galactic codes are coming through, and it is awakening each one of us and the collective as a whole to more of our cosmic intelligence, to more of our galactic lineages. So it's waking up this awareness on planet Earth that we are not just this isolated piece of rock in the middle of the universe with no other beings anywhere else. It's kind of waking up. So for so many thousands of years, we've been separated, or the majority of the consciousness has been separated in our consciousness to the fact that we are part of a greater whole. And so 3i Atlas has coming in and creating a huge galactic awakening. So what has this got to do with Easter Island? So Easter Island, like so many planetary grids, which really are like sacred sites where there's an accumulation of ley lines of light that then create like a nodal grid is the best way we could describe that. And when you enter into that node, either by physically going there or energetically being able to energetically connect into it, this grid is like a hologram. And so when you step in and when you know how to connect at that level, you're able to kind of almost open up that hologram and connect to different mystery school teachings, codes, interdimensional beings. You're able to connect into different planetary systems that sacred site is directly connected to. And Easter Island is a planetary node that's like an outpost of Lemuria. So the way that I see it is that it's like Easter Island actually was part of a huge mountain in Lemurian times, and it was a place where we could gather and connect to the ancestors. We could connect to interdimensional beings of light. We could connect to star beings. And these Moai, which are these huge, big, like sentinel beings made out of volcanic ash, and they're from anything from say 5 foot, under 5 foot to 33 feet tall. Some of them hairs, but a lot of them full body with a lot of like coding on the back. And when you look at the map of the island, you see that the majority of them are actually all on the outside of the island, all looking in. It's like they're creating a vortex. And when you step inside that vortex and these Moai activate, they're like receivers and transmitters. So the actual volcanic stone itself is a way for these frequencies to come through more and solidify more onto this planet. So when they activate and when you step inside this circle, it creates an incredible hologram through which beings of light, ancestral beings, cosmic beings can come through. Now, there is a platform of seven of them that are not looking in, they're actually looking out towards the sea, towards the ocean. And those 7, I believe, are connecting to the Pleiades. So it's almost like they're receiving Pleiadian energy and then transmitting it through to the rest of the Moai, who then focusing it into the very center of this circle. However, what has now changed is 3i Atlas. So because of now 3i Atlas coming in, what's happening is that, and especially as we're having an activation on the 28th of October with the sun, is that the solar codes are streaming through all this awareness that 3i Atlas has accumulated, all these frequencies, all these codes, all these imprints that 3i Atlas has accumulated throughout the Milky Way, throughout these millions of years. and now connecting in with the sun, and the sun is beaming through daily, every day, right, onto the planet, these codes. And that is awakening this Easter Island grid point with the Moai. And so what's happening is it's not just Pleiadian frequencies that are now coming through from Easter Island, but literally the star systems, any star systems or interdimensional beings that are connected to planetary or star systems within this Milky Way. So it's a huge awakening, and as those codes come in through the grid point at Easter Island, they then start to ripple through the grid out across the planetary grids of the whole globe. So with these Moai, because they are activating now at a whole new level, they're supporting people, those souls that want to connect more in to their galactic lineages, to more of their higher soul's purpose, to more of their destiny, to more of opening up their cosmic consciousness, because this is all part of our rapid acceleration journey that we are on right now. So over the new moon in Libra, I facilitated this journey inside the Earth Star Guardians to Easter Island, because one of the codes that Easter Island holds is the codes of divine cosmic order. And that's because Easter Island holds a template of a before and after in terms of chaos, collapse, destruction, and then a reconstruction, a rejuvenating and a revitalizing energy. So because it holds that template, it's able to support more of a harmonious divine order to come through when one connects into that grid point. So it supports your own energetic system to restructure and to recalibrate from chaos, where a lot of us have got chaos because of the shifts that's going on, right? Because of this deep rebirth that we're all on. It's creating chaos, and really all the chaos is the mud that was at the bottom of the glass is being shaken up, and it looks all chaotic when it's all shaken up. The mud was always there, right, though? It was always there at the bottom, but as it gets shaken up, it enables each one of us to see it. When you see something, you're then in a much better position to shift it. And again, this is all the work that I do inside the Earth Star Guardians, is to support each one of us to go through that decoding, recoding process. So if you feel drawn, or if you want to know more about the Earth Star Guardians, I do have a free masterclass. I'll put the links down below. But if you just feel really drawn and you want to go to this grid point, Easter Island grid point, you just feel that that's calling you, this journey is now inside our Earth Star Guardians, and it's ready for you to watch, to listen to absorb these codes so that you can start to integrate them into your energetic system, create more coherence, create more harmony and balance. And as you do that and embody that more, that then ripples out into your immediate surroundings, into your family, into your friends, into your co-workers, And then through that process, you're creating and supporting this shift that is occurring globally on the planet.